Welcome back to the Food Safety and Quality Team Food Preservation video series. Today we will show you how to make strawberry jam with powdered pectin using a recipe from the National Center for Home Food Preservation. Let's get started. You will need 5½ cups of crushed ripe strawberries, which is about 3 quarts of berries, 1 package of powdered pectin, 1/2 teaspoon of butter or margarine to reduce foaming, and 8 cups of sugar. This recipe can be used for pints or half pints. The recommended processing time is 5 minutes, but we can increase it to 10 minutes to eliminate the need to pre-sterilize the jars and the lids. I'm using an electric canner with a rack and a lid. Fill the canner about halfway with water and heat it to around 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, sort and wash the berries. Remove the end cap, but try not to cut away too much of the fruit. Crush the fruit. As you can see, a potato masher works very well. Then measure 5½ cups of mashed berries into a heavy bottom pan and add the powdered pectin and butter or margarine. Stir the mixture thoroughly, heating over high heat to a rolling boil. It is important to stir the mixture constantly to prevent scorching. Once the product has reached a boil, add the sugar and return to a boil for 1 minute. Continue stirring the product constantly. Remove it from the heat and skim off any foam. Using a ladle and canning funnel, quickly fill each jar, leaving a 1/4 inch headspace. Use a damp paper towel to wipe the rim of each jar to make sure there is not any jam between the top of the jar and the lid. Next, place the flat lids on the jars and tighten bands fingertip tight. Do not over tighten. Use a jar lifter to lower the jars into the canner. If necessary, add boiling water to ensure there is at least 1 inch of water above the jars. Do not pour the hot water directly on the tops of the jars. Turn the burner to high and bring the water to a vigorous boil. Then set a timer for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, turn off the heat and remove the lid. Let the jars sit in the canner for 5 minutes. Use the jar lifter to remove the jars and place them at least 1 inch apart on a towel to cool. Be careful not to tilt the jars. Do not disturb the jars until they all seal. This may take up to 24 hours. Check to ensure the lids are concave and do not make a popping sound when pressed in the middle. Jars that did not seal can be immediately reprocessed or stored in the refrigerator. Sealed jars should be cleaned and labeled with the name of the product and the date. Now the jam is ready to be moved to the shelf.
For more information, check out our website at www.aces.edu.